Hey everyone, Happy Crasher here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Silver Grove Titania quest. This video does spoil the story of the entire quest, so if you don't want any spoilers, this is probably not for you. So anyways, let's get right to it. So right off the bat, the quest is obtained from New Loka, but you have to have beaten the second dream, and on top of that you must be Master Rank 7. Honestly, the Master Rank requirement doesn't make sense because the Warframe is just a fun Warframe. It's not very powerful unless you're like trying to hit a boss that has a certain weak point or something, because it can shrink. So anyways, the quest starts out with you getting a message from New Loka talking about how the Silver Grove is being burned by the Silver Grove is being burned by the Grineer. Can't talk today. So you go in to investigate and you look for the Silver Grove. Once you go in, you find the Silver Grove and an apothec is mentioned. So you extract and go to your ship, and New Loka has the apothec recipe and they send it to your inbox. Once received, you have to scan a ton of plants just to make it. This is a pain because these plants aren't always in the same spots in the tile set, and you have to hunt them down. The Nightfall Apothec requires 2 Dusklight Saracenias, which are only found in the toxic waste areas of Grineer Shipyard tile set missions. They are rare and may take some time to find. It also requires 6 Moonlight Dragon Lilies, which are not easy to find because they are only available in Grineer Forest missions on Earth at night. And on top of that, only 0 to 3 spawn per mission, which makes them even harder to get. On top of all the requirements, it needs 12 Sunlight Thresh Crowns, which only appear during the day in Grineer Forest missions on Earth. They are super common. You'll probably get all 12 of them, if not more, in only about 2 runs. If you're willing to look around after you get all the plants, you need... Or if you're willing to look around, you're going to get that. After you get all the plants, you need 500 credits and 2 Morphics. After you craft this apothec, you will go back to the Silver Grove. Once you're in the grove, pour the apothec on the shrine above the waterfall. After you do this, a Knave Loki will spawn and it will attack you. Once you kill it, you'll get a Titania chassis. Blueprint. Not just the built one, it's blueprint, because they want you to grind even more for this stuff. Now for the next apothec, you need 2 Morphics, 500 credits to start, like each one of them require that. But you need even more plants, and none of them are on the same planet as the first one. You'll need 2 Moonlight Jade Leaf, which are found on Earth in Grineer Forest at nighttime. 6 Rux Claw, which are only on Mars in desert missions. And 6 Lunar Pitchers, which are only found on Lua, which is the moon you unlock from beating the second dream quest, which is why it requires you to beat that quest, just so you can get a stupid plant. Once you craft the apothec, you go back to the Silver Grove again and pour the apothec on the shrine. Then the Orphid Saren spawns. All the specters have the deluxe skins of the characters, and all the ones that spawn have a plant-like theme to them. Once you beat her, you will obtain the Titania Chassis Blueprint and the Sunrise Apothec. And you guessed it, you have to farm even more plants on top of that. After this point of the quest, I scanned like half the required amount of plants of the apothec, and I just ditched the quest, and I literally didn't come back to it for about a year. And I did a bunch of other stuff. Only recently did I actually come back and finish the quest, which is where my background footage is from. Now to farm the plants for the Sunrise Apothec, you will need 500 credits, 2 Morphics, and even more plants. You will need 2 Sunlight Jade Leaf, which only appear on Earth during the day in forest tile sets. Only around 2 of them or less will spawn every time, so it took me around 4 runs to get 2 of them. Next, you'll need 8 Frost Leaf, which only appear in the snowy tile set, which is found on Pluto and I think a few other planets. And finally, you will need 25 Vestin Moss. It's only found on Mercury in Grineer-based tile sets. It's common and it's easy to get, so you get 25 of them in about 3 to 5 runs if you're good. Each time around 7 spawn, but honestly it's easier to just get a quick 5 and extract and repeat. Finally, after you get the apothec crafted, you can go back to the Silver Grove and get the last part of Titania. Once you pour the apothec on the shrine, an Oberon Feyarch spawns. This one's actually harder than the other 2 to kill, and you'll need probably a tankier Warframe. So once you kill them, you extract and you get the Titania Neuroptics Blueprint. Honestly, to me, this was like terrible quest. It's absolutely lame. 90% of it was literally just me spending hours upon hours looking for a bunch of stupid plants. which was boring. Like, it didn't have any fun in mechanics. It was really just you buying a bunch of scanners with credits and then just heading out into these missions over and over and over again, just hoping that you'll be able to get the planes. And the Warframe Titania, it's not very fun. Like, it's got no real iconic abilities. It's besides its little shrink and grow an Arcwing kind of a thing. It's literally just like riding an Arcwing in a normal mission. It is fun, but it's got like very few uses. Like, you're only going to be able to use it if you're against a boss with like a certain weak point on him, because otherwise it's just a pain. And oh yeah, so far the quest, they are making more quests like this, like Syndicate quests, but I'm glad that you don't have to be part of the New Loca to be able to actually obtain the quest. You can just get it if you're in any syndicate, and it's really not hard to get unless you're like new and you don't know how to rank up in mastery at all or something like that. So yeah, this is the Oberon Ferret I was talking about. He is quite annoying actually, because he keeps blocking with Ack and Brunt over and over and over again, so you're gonna have to like get behind him and stuff. Honestly, I just used an Aros and a really bad build for Broken War, because I don't know how to build anything that doesn't have high crit chance, like most people. Not really, I'm just bad at building them. So yeah, Broken War is what I'm using right now. It's a pretty good weapon, but yeah, it's what you get from the second dream, the quest that is... You have to beat that quest before you can do this quest. Honestly, this quest added one cool thing. It's just a single cool room that appears. That's literally all it added for tile sets. It didn't have really any dynamic scenery besides a bunch of flames. It was really just... It was kind of fun, but honestly, this was one of the most poorly constructed quests I've ever seen in Warframe. It was just not fun. Honestly, if you're really wanting Titania, then go for it. Do the quest. But honestly, if you want a good Warframe, go for the Octavia's Anthem quest. That one has fun, it actually has a good story, and it's got some interesting mechanics. But you do have to kill sentients, which are a pain if you're not very good at the game. And if you beat the War Within, it's even easier to kill sentients, because you just pop out of your Warframe as your operator, and you just shoot it with a laser beam, and all of its immunities just reset. And if you're looking for other good quests, do the Hero quest. His parts are super hard to get, but the quest is fun. Yeah, like literally all the other Syndicate missions I would say are fun, but this one, it was the first of its kind, so like I'll cut it some slack, but it wasn't very good. I didn't find it fun at all. It was just farming plants, going back and doing the same thing over and over again. Kind of like getting resources, but worse, because you're not actually fighting or doing anything. You're just running around looking for plants and then extracting. I did start more of a schedule for YouTube. Like, I'm going to probably be uploading every Saturday, but it won't be very consistent because I got school and stuff to do, so might not always be there. But yeah, I am hoping to make more content in the future, and I really do like doing YouTube videos. I just kind of wish it was a little bit easier, because it does take hours of editing and stuff. As like mediocre and kind of cheesy as these may seem, they do take quite a bit of work. So it is nice to have likes and subscribers to kind of show that people are actually liking my work. So anyways, hopefully this video helped you out. Just like and subscribe, because I've got like 6 subscribers. Anyways, hopefully this helped you to figure out how to do the quest a little bit more, and hopefully this gave you a good idea of like what you're going to be doing for this quest. Anyways, thanks for watching.